So I think it's pretty clear that we're going to have a Delta outbreak in my neighborhood. They've been having some sort of block party for the last 2 hours with a raffle and everything across the street from me. There's a lot of crossover. There's friends, throughout the two complexes. So I imagine there's probably people from my own neighborhood hanging out at this thing. They're doing loud music, raffle, food. I can smell the hot dogs. I can smell the hot dogs over here. So I'm gonna be staying inside for a while. Not going out much. I'm gonna be going out much, you guys. Um, in other news, my former project partner is totally melting down on Twitter. Not surprising. This happens every week, right? This happens every week. But he just totally burned the bridge with one of his more influential organizing friends. Totally burned the bridge. And ended up just making a clown of himself in front of like over 40 activists that are connected to that organizer. And so it looks like he's gotten so desperate now that he's actually trying to court the MPP, the very people who have been smearing him for as long as I've known him, smearing him for years. And now he thinks that he can like butter them up and they'll like trust him and he can trust them and they'll become allies or some such shit. This will be interesting. This will be very interesting to watch how this goes. I would not even be surprised if he changes his name because he's tarnished his name so severely at this point. He has to constantly find new people because he burns his bridges with everybody he knows. And I think most of the people who are still on his friends list at this point are pretty much doing the same thing as the rest of us and just watching the train wreck. We're just watching the train wreck happen. It's somewhat vindicating for me, though, to watch him just absolutely ruin himself because he's said so many horrible things about me and he's made up so many things and so many lies. And so to watch him just tear down other people that he supposedly respected and trusted. So he's calling Jeff Campbell and his friends Warren Democrats now. That's where he is with this one now. So he's going to align himself with the toll cells. Okay. Well, we'll just keep operating in the way that we know, which was, following the path that Bernie laid out for us and, do our thing. I think that part of the problem with why he seems to think that he's like the father of the movement or something is that he really has an overinflated sense of self, right? And so he thinks that if he writes something online that he can not only pass it off as though it's an original idea when it's not, but that people love him so much that they'll just believe everything that he says. And all of his more recent troubles originate from like a couple months ago when he started telling everybody that he invented Medicare for all. And that is so easy to Google. That's so easy to Google. It actually goes back all the way into the 70s. But in regards to Bernie, he claims that Bernie was not campaigning on that. It's such an easy Google to find a CNN article from June 2015 talking about Bernie's Medicare for All plan. You can find a Forbes hit piece out there that was written in October about Bernie's Medicare for All plan. It's absolute nonsense to try and make that claim. Nobody buys that. Not a single person buys that. Nobody's going to buy it. But that's the hill he wants to die on. That's the hill he wants to die on, to prove to everybody that he's been lying for fucking years. Okay. Anyway, I hope the rest of you are out there canvassing, or phone banking, or doing something, or at least filling out your ballot and sticking it in the mail, because we got to vote no on the recall, y'all.